Today we explore Vigan, the best preserved Spanish colonial town in Asia. We show you where to get empanadas straight out of the fryer. We step inside a house where a congressman was shot dead at mass, and it stays till dark, a fountain show that stops the whole plaza. This is Philippines. This is trailblazing adventures. Calle Crisologo is the main draw of the old town, and it's the reason most people come to Vigan at all. Get here early. By mid-morning, it's tourists and Kalesas fighting for the same stretch of cobblestone. And you lose the street to the crowd. Kalesas are one of the tourist main draws. Originally, the mode of transport brought by the Spanish in the 1700s. Now, an Instagram and TikTok prop. Kalesas drivers have to be as good in managing the vehicle as influencer photographers. They inherit the route from their parents. Now, they have to keep up with the times. As for me, I walked. The traditional architecture is known as Bahay Nabato. Crisologo is 500 meters of Bahay Nabato, stone below, with a capiz shell above, some restored to a shine, some left bare. Both work. The street is close to cars, so it's just you, the horses, and the shops built into houses. And the shops in the ground floor, same as when the Chinese merchants built them 200 years ago. Bottom floor commerce, top floor housing. Mixed use has kept Vigan going through the centuries. After dark, makeshift tables on the cobblestones, yellow tint lighting, and it is as crowded as during the day, but with less room to move. Kalesas, tables, and photographers, all fighting for the same space. Touristy, yes, but Filipino style, and I like it. But before all this walking up and down Crisologo, stop for a longganisa breakfast. Quintessential Ilocano, the kind of caloric shot you need to keep going through the day. Short, fat, garlicky, sour with local cane vinegar, nothing like the sweet longganisa you get elsewhere in the country. Vigan's old town is more than Calle Crisologo. Wander off, and you hit the town that's actually still a town. A funeral home, a lawyer's office. Life going on inside the same Bahay Nabato as the souvenir shops. This is Vigan's real draw. Colonial architecture with people still living in it. Not a museum piece, not Disneyland. And while you are at it, don't skip the Crisologo Museum. Same house, same stone below wood above logic, but lived by one family, the Crisologos, until Congressman Floro Crisologo was shot dead during Mass in 1970. The case was never solved. Inside, his last suit, next to his wife's shoe collection. After all, this is the Philippines. Guns, grenades, and the family furniture like nothing happened. If you follow the channel, you know I've spent a while chasing the perfect empanada around the Rio de la Plata. Now, we are on the other side of the world, and I couldn't leave Vigan without a taste of his culinary staple. I headed up to Irene's, where empanadas are served since 1930.
Irene's.
Yes.
Like the English pronunciation.
Irenes.
Not Irenes. is Irene's.
Irene's, yes.
So which one is the best empanada?
Pork longganisa.
Por longganisa.
Yes. If you want bigger, combo.
Sakit yun.
You want bigger? Combo jumbo.
I
Combo.
quickly realize this isn't your typical empanada.
Excellent.
Where's yours?
Thank you.
Rice flour dough, deep fried instead of baked. Here, the dough carries as much weight as the filling. Definitely tasty. But my empanada heart is still in the Rio de la Plata. More Philippines you don't want to miss. Subscribe. And of course, more empanadas coming. At the end of Crisologo, you reach Plaza Burgos, named for the priest executed here by the Spanish in 1872. At the Cathedral, saints line up, built to withstand earthquakes. It didn't quite. The 2022 quake hit Vigan hard, and the main entrance has been closed for restoration since. A few blocks and you reach two very interesting museums, sitting side by side. Padre Burgos House, the residence and birthplace of the priest executed by the Spanish in 1872. Another chance to step inside a Bahay Nabato, this one from the 18th century. My favorite of the two, the Old Carcel. The ground floor was a jail, operating here until just a few years ago. Upstairs, memorabilia from a president born inside its walls, Elpidio Quirino, born in 1890 when his father was the warden of the jail. For the next two stops, hire a tricycle. 10 minutes away, and you are at the Bantay Bell Tower, beside St. Augustine Parish Church, also still under scaffolding since 2022. The Spanish built the tower in 1591 as a watchtower, one link in a chain meant to spot pirates coming off the coast before they reached town. It became a church belfry once the raids stopped in the 1850s. You are kept back at a distance from the base. Parts of it came down in the 2022 quake. And up close, it's clear why they are not taking chances with what's left standing. The second stop on the tricycle is Pagburmayan, literally place of char making. The burney is real Ilocano craft and glazed stoneware thrown from the local clay. Fire in dragon kilns, used for generations to store salt and water. The technique came with the Chinese potters and stayed in local families ever since. Watch the wheel turn under the craftsman's foot. Same process, jar after jar. Night markets are a favorite of this channel, so heading to the Govantes River Market for some Filipino street food was first on my list. Lechon is one of my favorite Filipino dishes. Crunchy skin, moist meat, and somehow every vendor seems to have their own secret blend that makes it special.
She's Christy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm gonna kasama dal lechones.
Yes, sir.
lechon with rice. Or here.
Find a stall with the longest line of locals. Order some lechon, and you can't go wrong.
Very good.
And what better way to digest the lechon than to walk to Plaza Salcedo and join the locals and tourists alike for Vigan's night ritual, the dancing water show. Subscribe for more Philippines and Southeast Asia videos. Continue our Ilocos adventure with the Lawak video linked above. And as always, happy travels!